Hey, what's up? It's Greg from Fishing Headquarters, and today is Monday, May 12th. I'm up here in the north end of Barnegat Light, your shared updated fishing report with you folks. Right now, we got a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Yesterday was a pretty good one. Had a little sour weather the weekend at times. It was definitely a really windy one there on Saturday. But I got out, caught some fish. Also finished up a charter today just a little bit ago, and also caught some fish today. I can share a quick little update on the fishing front, and then I can share a couple reports for myself. On the surf, Long Beach Island beaches have been very good for a number of days. If you've been paying attention to our social media, both Facebook and Instagram pages, you will see that the action has been strong. Anglers are catching striped bass off the beach, fishing both clams and bunker. There's also been some bluefish caught on bunker, on mullet, and also lures. I could share Jack Keaton from Stack Tackle. He got a beautiful bluefish yesterday evening. He sent us a photo that we threw up on Instagram. I'll also throw that photo up now. He also caught some striped bass off the beach. He's home, just got done with college for the summer. Put some time in. He caught some fish off the surf. I can share today we had a 43-incher reported in on salted clam off the front beach due to the wind on Saturday, and also the inability of clam boats to go out on Sunday because there's no clamming on Sunday. We're out of clams right now. As far as fresh clams go, we're expecting some later today, possibly this afternoon, this evening, or tomorrow. But anglers that are getting out and soaking the salted clam are catching as well. I had a 43-incher reported off the surf, mid-island surf today. I can also share that Steve George, local angler, awesome angler, puts a whole lot of time in for striped bass, for fluke, albies, everything in between. He's putting some time in. He limited out today. Checked in 3 beautiful fluke off the front beach. I can share the front beach has fish. I can say the other day, I guess it was on Friday, Eric Gardner shared an email with me, the Gardners, and also Tommy and Wayne Smith. They put a little project together, a little tournament. I think it's the second annual for Manahawk and Kia, Jeep, Dodge, Chrysler, Ram. All the people at the auto group there went up to the beach. They had a big family and friends, co-workers kind of bash there on Friday. They got a bushel of clams from us, a couple dozen bunker, and they caught a lot of fish. They went up to the mid-island surf and got after them. Really good reports from those guys. So it's good to see they all got into some fish there in the afternoon, and also right into dark. Most of that action was striped bass of all size classes, unders, slots, overs. Good body of fish here right now. If you have been paying attention to our social media, John Kelly, LBI Sport Fishing, local charter captain out of the south end. He got a beautiful fish over 50 inches just a day or so ago out of the south end in the ocean. I can share the bay still has fish, the inlet has fish, the ocean has fish, the surf has fish. It's happening right now. I got the full moon right now today. So it might be a little bit of a transition from, say, that first wave, early part of the, say, spring run into the, middle and meat part of the spring run. We'll see how things go. I know today I struggled my first hour or so my trip looking for striped bass. We switched gears over to fluke and did very well. Had 4 beautiful keepers. Chef Tom fished with me a number of times over the years. He came with his wife and also his neighbor. We got into some good fluke fishing action for the second half of our trip. 4 keepers, and the biggest fish was like 20.5 inches, something like that. Beautiful fish. Throw a picture up there of Tom and Scott, I think was his neighbor. Got to fish, most of our fish were on gulp shrimp, and I'll dive into a little bit on that right now. So on Saturday in that brutal wind, caught some fish, had Luke Warwick and his son Dylan, struggled in the wind, got into a couple of leeward little spots, and we caught some fluke. I could say that the one keeper we had shrimp in it, 1 to 2 inch shrimp, big grass shrimp. Some people call them tiger shrimp, sand shrimp, a couple different varieties of shrimp we have here in the local waters. What I can share is that the bites we had were on shrimp there. The fish having shrimp in their bellies, I decided to fish mostly shrimps today. We're fishing some grubs, fishing some live minnows, some spearing. That all works, but these shrimp were the best for us, fishing both the all white with the chartreuse tail, but also the new penny, and I also got some newer baits from Gulp, they sent me, Pure Fishing sent me some new products coming out this year. This iCast, some people said they might already be out now. I'm not sure. I forget the name. I think one was a turbo shrimp, but got that yesterday or day before on turbo shrimp in more of a natural color. And then today that also same bait, same color, but also new penny and also the white with the chartreuse tail. So if you haven't fished the shrimps, if the shrimps are new to you, I definitely suggest fishing those in the springtime now. Do not overlook the classic gulps, the grubs, swimming mullets. Those two are great. Those two shapes in 4, 5, 6 inch, basically what I fish. With that being said, what I'm fishing right now is a single light jig and also a jig with a small teaser. Early season right now, we have a lot of weed, a lot of snodgrass in the bay. I see that at times my clients are struggling with that, and I feel that I'll share a couple tips here to hopefully prevent you from struggling with that on your own, say, trips and excursions. If you feel that weed is elevated in the water column, it's going to find your line and it's going to follow your line down, and a lot of times it's going to wind up on your line-to-line knot. I fish a thin braid to a thin fluorocarbon leader. You don't have to have fluorocarbon, just a regular mono is fine. Where that connection is, a lot of times that will catch that weed, but also if you're fishing a teaser, that teaser will catch the weed, right? But if that snodgrass or that weed is still on bottom, it's still latched on and growing, and it hasn't come loose yet, then that bottom jig will catch it, and a lot of times the teaser's clean. So if you can figure out how you're catching the weed, if you're seeing the weed in the water, a lot of times fishing that teaser will catch it, and then it will leave that bottom jig clean, and vice versa. If it's on the bottom, you want to get rid of that teaser. You want to clean that teaser, but if it's hung up on bottom, that bottom jig is going to catch it, and your teaser will remain clean. Sometimes in those scenarios, I'll fish more of a pencil style sinker or a coin sinker, a bank sinker. And then what you can do is catch that weed in your sinker, try to shake it loose as you're jigging. You're kind of bouncing and jigging that sinker. The sinker's there nothing more than to wait and bring your bait down. It's doing nothing more than stirring up the bottom and puffing some sand around, but also shaking that grass off, and hopefully you're catching that teaser as you're jigging. You're dancing that teaser all around. Hopefully that makes sense. It'd be easier if I had a demonstration or something in my hands here, but I can't really do it, or I'm sitting here at the bayside and all my tackle's in my boat. But hopefully that makes sense. The one time I will get away from fishing the teaser, I feel there is a little bit of an advantage when I try to fish the lightest line, whether I'm fishing 10-pound braid, 15-pound leader. I try to fish some shallow waters in the back bays, whether it's 3 foot, 10 foot, somewhere in that ballpark. Try to fish the smallest, lightest jig, using super small light reels, 1,000s, 2,000 size, scaled way back, real crisp, high modulus graphite rods, 6, 7 foot, real crisp action. I'm trying to fish the lightest stuff, do real finesse jigging. I will use a super small jig, sometimes 1/4 ounce, 3/8 ounce, 1/2 ounce, with a big grub on there, with a big hook. I use the kill shots from Magic Tails. That's what I like. Small head, big solid hook, just enough to get down there and be able to fish finesse on bottom. I feel I can feel that bottom much better. I can sense the bottom type. I can tell if I'm fishing mud, I'm fishing sand. I can feel that snodgrass. I can feel a blade of grass, feel the weed. Much more sensitivity using that kind of approach. I feel that I can kind of get up above and kind of surf it, kind of swim that jig up above the bottom, up above that grass, or up above that mud bottom, and effectively target fluke that way. That's what I found. It may be challenging for some. I hand that same rod to a client. Some clients struggle with it. They can't feel bottom. They can't kind of hover just above bottom and touch down and kind of tap dance around. In that case, I try to give them a little bigger weight. Sometimes you're dragging bottom, almost dredging bottom. That's one of the reasons why I will switch up to that teaser rig. But I feel that if you do fish that teaser rig, you have to fish a larger weight on the bottom, and it doesn't really give you that same light tackle finesse approach. Yes, you can still light tackle finesse, say fluke fishing with a jig and teaser, but I like to take that weight off, remove that resistance from my line to be able to fish that smaller jig. Hopefully that brings some value to you. Right now, the fluke fishing's good. It's good in the bay. The water temperature is just warming up. I had some areas back here that were in the low to mid 60s. I found good fishing in the upper 50-degree range. Yes, the water is cold at times in the incoming, but I did really good on the incoming, the change, the beginning of the outgoing. Once that current really started pouring out, I called it quits. It got too big of a drift. I checked a couple areas out, picked one more fish in another spot that had a little easier of a drift. Called it a day. We had a fun day. One thing I can share, the gnats have been brutal the days when the wind's not blowing. Today was beautiful. As I'm sitting here on the bayside, low tide, full moon, so it's blowout low. When that tide is low, the gnats come out. When the wind is light, gnats are out. If you're going to be at the dock with no wind or low tide, the gnats will be there. Make sure you have Captain Ron's, like what I got here. Nice Afco sun shirt, long sleeve. Got the hood here to protect my ears so they don't get all crunchy and crispy. I always put sunscreen on. Be sure to wear sunscreen. That's always a must. Always protect my eyes with some quality polarized sunglasses. But you gotta have the Captain Ron's. The greenheads, I have not been, say, slaughtered by them yet, but the gnats definitely caught me off guard the other day. So I got 2 bottles now on my boat. Always gotta have Captain Ron's. When they're out, got one right there in my hand, just killed 2 of them there. When they're out, it can really ruin a fishing trip, whether you're off of land or in the boat. Just want to recap again. The surf fishing in Long Beach Island is very good. If you guys do not follow us on Facebook and Instagram, be sure to give us a follow. I try to throw up photos. The team at Fisherman's Headquarters, we get a weigh-in, we get some reports, somebody shares or tags us. We try to throw that photo up right away within a couple minutes or a couple hours. It's very difficult for us to take that content that's shared and we're tagged in and to repost it on the Fishing Report. That's why I do these videos. That's why I do the Fishing Report blog. I try to do 1 or 2 a week, but if you want to get instant, say, right up to date, within the hour, right away, breaking news, live information, be sure to follow us on Instagram. That's where a lot of customers tag us. If you are on Instagram, be sure to follow us. If you throw a catch photo up there, be sure to tag us as well. We love to share it and share the information with others, help out others catch more fish. That's what we've been doing here at Fisherman's Headquarters since 1962. We're helping anglers catch more fish. I welcome you to stop by the tackle shop. We're open 7 days a week. Help you out with bait and tackle, any kind of fishing needs you have, any tackle needs. If you got any questions, need tips and tricks, need assistance, we got you covered. Once again, Fisherman's Headquarters, located in Long Beach Island, the entrance to Long Beach Island, right here in Ship Bottom. Once again, I'm Captain Greg at Fish Head Charters up here in Barnegat Light. Hopefully you guys are going to be getting out there and enjoying your time. Hopefully everyone had a great Mother's Day. Shout out to all the mothers out there. Happy Mother's Day. That was yesterday. Hopefully we're going to have a great run of weather here. I do see some squirreliness coming up, see some wind, see some rain. It's kind of what happens. April showers bring May flowers, but it looks like we got May showers coming too. The last little bit of weather we had, fishing was good. We had some rain, we had some foggy conditions, rough surf. The surf fishing was on. I have great expectations here on the backside of this full moon. We got the full moon today. Backside of this moon, we're gonna have another wave of fish rolling in. We got some bluefish rolling in just the past couple days, like I mentioned. Had some reports, some smaller ones off the surf today. Jack Heating had that bigger one that I shared earlier in the report. Bluefish are here, fluke fishing's good, striped bass are here, some big stripers. Now's the time to get out there and go do some fishing. Even if that weather's sour, put on the right gear, get out there, catch some fish, have a great day.